So today I got started in Houston, which I was honestly pleasantly surprised by. I expected it to be kind of like a sort of like an Albuquerque, in that it wasn't there wasn't much of a center, there wasn't a whole lot of activity, sort of like a spread out little extended highway exit type city, maybe a little more built up. I don't think that was wrong. I mean, there really is a pretty nice downtown area, and to be honest, my perspective was pretty limited because I didn't get to spend much time there. I got breakfast a little bit outside the city, drove in from like south into the city, and like into the downtown area. And though I didn't spend much time there, I got to walk around at least some part of it. The parts I saw were mostly commercial. I guess the right and left boundaries I'd put on, like, my evaluation of Houston is that it's infinitely better than El Paso, but maybe not quite as fun or interesting as like Austin. It also didn't feel like Texas quite as much. I'm not sure why. Maybe just that like the Texas of our imagination is more alive in the southern and western parts. But it kind of just felt like a normal city to me. It didn't have like as much of what I think of as the Texas character as San Antonio and Austin did. And that may in part be because Austin is the state capital and has the university, and San Antonio has a long history, and was the site of the Alamo, as I mentioned, and things like that. So all in all, it just seemed like a lot of steel and glass high rises, a lot of like businesses, office space, things like that. And maybe that was a product of just where I saw, but that is mostly what I saw. I actually got lost for a little bit because I couldn't. Usually my Google Maps records where I parked my car, and it didn't, and I hadn't taken note of which street I was on. It just wasn't paying that much attention when I was walking to a coffee shop I was going to. But I ended up taking 30 minutes to find my car. And now I'm finally found it. Now I'm on my way to Lafayette. I'm gonna just check that out real quick. Stop at Baton Rouge, which is of course the capital state of Louisiana, and then go into New Orleans for the night. Hopefully I'll have some time to walk around New Orleans at least a little bit tonight, and then I'll have the morning as well. I'm finally headed out of Texas, headed out of the American West. Now I'm in the southeast region, I guess, south central maybe you might call it, but definitely no longer in the West, which is a little bit sad. I haven't really been in the Deep South too much, so I'm excited to check out, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and then go up to Birmingham, Atlanta tomorrow. That's the plan. So finally made it to Lafayette after a long drive. It was rainy and there was a ton of traffic. So my plans today are a little behind schedule, but made it to Lafayette, walked around for a little bit. Not a whole lot to speak of. There was a downtown area that was decent, but the outskirts were a little more sketch. To be fair, I wasn't there all that long, so I really didn't have time. So I don't have a great perspective, but now I'm headed on to Baton Rouge, the state capital. Red Stick. Obviously, a couple things. The landscape has changed dramatically, of course, because since leaving Texas, it's been incredible because I was only recently in the desert, and now here in Louisiana, everything's damp and humid and much more green. And all that happened very quickly. And secondly, the French influence manifests very quickly. It's very apparent in street names, in the architecture, in a lot of what you see pretty much as soon as you get to Louisiana, and especially at Lafayette. Yeah, there are kind of different strains of cultural, like French cultural influences, like Creole, Cajun, Arcadian. They don't all mean the same thing, and I can't claim to know like exactly what the differences are. I'm sure there's some degree of overlap, but I'm not really sure how to parse out what belongs to what, and kind of what the histories are of each of the strains. I'm quite literally driving through a swamp right now. It's actually pretty incredible. I've never seen a swamp like this that goes on like this for forever. Yeah, so the road I'm on right now is elevated on these poles above the swamp, and it just is miles of, you know, what a swamp is, a lake, and then kind of trees interspersed in it. It's not like that overgrown, which is like how I picture swamps. There are trees, you know, every 20 feet or so, like not too closely bunched together. I'm over Henderson Swamp for anyone around here. I'm kind of surprised this is right on the highway. I thought I'd have to go out of my way to see like the classic swamp ecosystem in Louisiana, but no, the highway goes right over it. The main road between Lafayette and Baton Rouge, main road across the state. So yeah, something else. It's pretty amazing that just earlier today I was literally in a desert, and now I am driving on top of a lake. So from Lafayette, I drove on to Baton Rouge. Didn't get there quite as early as I'd hoped. It was pretty much dark by the time I got there. But I love that town. I really wish I could have spent more time there. I thought it was really clean, nice. The waterfront on the Mississippi was really nice. The old state capitol building was beautiful. There's some really cool bars, live music. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be kind of a dud, but it was not at all. That was maybe the biggest, most pleasant surprise so far of the trip. Yeah, because I really wasn't super impressed by Lafayette, and I didn't really expect a whole lot out of Louisiana in general outside of New Orleans. But yeah, that was beautiful. Then after leaving Baton Rouge, I went to New Orleans. I actually have a friend a couple years older who's from New Orleans, and I asked him for recommendations. So he told me the best restaurant to go to, and I got the little shrimp creole, if that's how you say it, and it was delicious. And they gave me, ordered an entree. I also got like 3 sides, a fried oyster, a dessert, a side salad, cornbread. Yeah, really good Southern food. So that was a pleasure. He told me to go to this bar as well, but there was a $20 cover, so I was not going to do that. And then went to the hostel for the night.